The employment rate is as high as 98%, and this generation of young people in Japan has a good era. Recently, the Japanese Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare announced that the employment rate of fresh graduates this year has reached over 98%. In order to win over graduates, companies have launched various benefits. It seems that the Japanese workplace is entering a superseller market. Japanese workers have finally ushered in an era of anti-selection for employment. Among the 2091 high school seniors in Yensho County who want to work after graduation this year, 2083 have already received internal notifications from enterprises, with a rate of up to 99.6%. In Hiroshima Prefecture, a senior high school graduate corresponds to 4.31 potential job opportunities, setting a new high since 1991. From the data, it can be seen that today's graduates in Japan have caught up with the best times. They have great dominance in the job market, and have even spawned some apps that focus on reverse recruitment. Companies actively throw olive branches at job seekers and ask if they have any intention to join. In order to seize these newly crowned hot cakes, which are jokingly referred to as golden eggs by the media, Japanese companies of all sizes have also resorted to all means, launching a battle for dominance this year. Japanese companies engage in a fierce competition for talent. The first step for major Japanese companies to compete for talent is to raise salaries for this year's fresh graduates. Japanese real estate company announced that all fresh graduates will receive a salary increase of 24,000 yen. Game company Capcom has raised the basic salary of new employees by 27%. Sumitomo Mitsui Bank has increased the monthly salary of this year's newcomers by 50,000 yen. As early as last year, Asahi Shimbun conducted a survey of 100 companies and found that at least 70% of them chose to use salary increases to attract fresh graduates. This has also led some Japanese netizens to complain on social media. The starting salary of some fresh graduates this year has already exceeded that of senior employees who have worked in the same company for 2 or 3 years, which is a bit unfair. In order to gain an advantage in the battle for talent, some companies feel that simply raising salaries is still too slow to achieve results, so they simply give money to new employees. Aizen Precision Machinery, which produces automotive parts, has posted a promotional slogan on its job recruitment website: "Get 1 million yen as a bonus for starting work." Japan Information Company, Limited, located in Nagoya, sets the onboarding bonus at 20% of the employee's annual salary, with a maximum amount of 1.5 million yen. In addition to raising starting salaries, another way for Japanese companies to compete for talent is to fully utilize various benefits. At job fairs across Japan this year, slogans with company benefits and benefits can be seen everywhere, highlighting the idea of following the wishes of job seekers. Some fresh graduates have expressed resistance to the overtime culture, and companies have promoted that they can take up to 129 days of parental leave per year, regardless of gender. Even if they work overtime, overtime pay will be strictly calculated in minutes. Some fresh graduates are worried about their insufficient academic qualifications and abilities, and they may not be competent enough. Therefore, companies have lowered the threshold, stating that those who come to apply are both skilled in arts and sciences. Even if you have no foundation, they will provide you with sufficient training. According to a legislator surnamed Jing Jing sharing on X, some companies even issue a privilege called Priority Pass to job applicants, which is: a graduate passed all the interviews for Company A, but did not go to work and instead chose another company. So within 3 years, if the graduate wants to resign or switch jobs and reapply for Company A, he can skip all the previous steps and proceed directly to the final round of interviews. And it's not just the fresh graduates themselves, some Japanese companies are also eyeing the parents of these new job prospects. At the end of last year, IT company Assist, headquartered in Tokyo, held a briefing specifically for job seekers' parents. The company not only sent people to take the parents on a tour of their children's possible future office environment, but also subsidized the accommodation and transportation expenses for these parents to attend the conference. According to a survey by a job search website, over 60% of Japanese fresh graduates intentionally refer to the opinions given by their parents when looking for a job. Therefore, many Japanese companies not only promote themselves to parents, but also require them to sign employment guarantees with their children, fearing that new employees may change jobs due to family influence after joining the company. Of course, if companies exaggerate their treatment, it does not mean that they can all abide by it, which has led to a business called resignation agency in Japan in recent years. If fresh graduates find that the company is not as advertised and the resignation procedures are too cumbersome, even if the company refuses to release employees, they can spend up to 22,000 yen to have a specialized agency communicate with the company about the various matters of resignation. It is interesting that many companies not only do not dislike these resignation agency companies, but also establish cooperation with them to obtain young people who have left their jobs in the first time. Today's Japanese young people seem to have a steady stream of good jobs coming to them as soon as they pull out their resumes. By 2015, the number of 22-year-old young people in Japan had decreased by less than half compared to 20 years ago, and the labor supply and demand relationship had entered an irreversible imbalance. More and more Japanese companies are shifting from not wanting to hire to not being able to hire, while fresh graduates who previously became unemployed after graduation have found themselves gradually becoming popular in the talent market under the benefits of fewer children. Many Japanese media predict that the job market surpassing the seller's market is likely to continue for a few more years, and young people who have just graduated can still enjoy another period of job hunting. Some Japanese netizens joke that at this moment, it was like the reappearance of the foam economy era. Back then, in order to attract fresh graduates to work, companies would take them on a trip to Hawaii and send money to all those who attended the briefing. Many fresh graduates were bound to receive a soft offer, and some forgot to reply. However, at that time, Japan's talent rush mainly relied on the abnormal macroeconomic situation, and now the priority of job seekers in the country is mostly due to the gradual decline of the new population.